So hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jackson, I'm a driving instructor, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some of the most common mistakes that I see happening in 2026 so far that are causing learner drivers to fail their test. And the reason that we're talking about the mistakes is so that you can avoid them and actually pass your test in 2026. And really quickly, if you are a learner driver in Ireland and you want to get even one step closer to passing your test, make sure you check out our ebook Mastering the Irish Driving Test. It covers literally everything you need to know to pass the exam and everything the tester is looking for. We've got every single road sign in there, every single hand signal, even video demonstrations of every single maneuver. So far it has helped over 6,200 learner drivers in Ireland, and the mad thing about it is it's only €10, so if you want to check it out, links down in the description. In this video I'm going to show you the new 2026 rule that's cancelling tests instantly, everything the tester is looking for, and the mistake nearly everyone makes that costs them to pass. And trust me, if you are a learner driver in Ireland, the last mistake is probably something you're doing right now with your own driving. So let's start with the new rule because it's catching people out on a test every single day. So from March 9th of 2026, you no longer are now able to just come in with your insurance disc. You have to have your insurance certificate in hand with you as well. It's a new policy to show that you definitely have proof of insurance and that you are insured to drive the car that you're using for your test date. You must be named on that insurance certificate that matches obviously the reg and the details of the car. But if you're bringing like a family car with you or you're using your friend's car, your mom's car, whatever it might be, and you're only temporarily insured on that car, make sure one, if you're not on the insurance certificate for that temporary cover, that you're bringing a headed letter from that insurance company stating that you're insured to drive that car on that day and that time for the test. But also bring the official insurance certificate from the owner of the car with their name on it and their details. If you don't bring the person who owns the car's insurance certificate with you as well, they will not let the test go ahead. If you do not show up with any proof of insurance and just try to go with the insurance disc that's in the car, the test will not go ahead. So make sure you have everything you need before you go and sit that test. Because the scary thing about it is people are waiting months for their test, they're spending hundreds on pre-test, they're spending hours of practicing driving, and they're getting turned away at the test centre within all of 2 minutes because they don't have that one document. So please have it with you. But if you manage to get past that and out into the car, this next part is actually where most people fail. So most people think that the driving test is about being a perfect driver for that 35, 40 minutes, whatever it might be, but it's not. It's one thing. It's about showing the tester that you are a safe and competent driver. They are watching your awareness, your decision making, your reactions, not how smooth you look driving the car or how perfect you look. And one of the main things that decides that is your observation. Observation is where so many people lose their test. And here's the problem, most people think that they're actually doing it and they're checking their observations correctly, but the tester can't see it. Because most of the time people are actually probably just doing a small side eye, and if you do a side eye in the tester's peripheral vision, because they got to keep their eyes on the road as well to make sure that you're still driving safe, you're not hitting into anyone, you're not going into any junction that you shouldn't be. So if they can't actually see you properly checking your observations in their peripheral vision, they probably won't class it as you checking it. If they don't see you check your mirrors, it didn't happen. So whenever you feel like you have to do an observation during your test, whether it's moving off, changing lanes, going into a roundabout, etc., make your observations obvious. Now don't bop your head around like a chicken or bobble head around like that, but just point your chin where you're looking. So if you're checking the left mirror, point your chin, show them that you're looking over that way. Same with the rear mirror and same with your right mirror. And when it comes to blind spots as well, your left and your right one, over your right shoulder, over your left shoulder. Show them that you're looking. Now this next mistake most people don't even realize is marked so heavily. And they follow the position of the traffic and all the fully licensed driver, and the funny thing is most of the time they're actually doing it wrong. And what that is lane position. Position marks quietly fail people all the time. There's no big dramatic mistake or anything like that, it's just small mistakes added up over time. It'd be things like not keeping middle to left position on a straight road, not giving enough clearance when you're overtaking parked cars, or wrong positions at junctions like entering a roundabout. So for instance, if you're turning left, you want to move slightly closer over towards the curb. If you're turning right, you want to move slightly closer towards the middle line. Little mistakes like not doing those little positions before you make a turn, they can add up so quickly on your test. So study up on position, practice it as much as you can because you don't want those adding to your test marks. Now let's do a little speed run through the most common mistakes that people get marked for on the driving test. Not checking mirrors before you signal, hesitating when it's actually safe to go, rolling through stop signs rather than coming to a full stop, poor clutch control, so whether you're coming off the clutch too quick when you're in like second or third gear, or that could be, cutting out when you're coming to a stop. And last but not least, driving too slow. People think if you drive slow, the tester will think that you're a more careful driver. That's not true at all. You got to make good progress. If you drive too slow, you'll be marked, and if you drive too fast, you'll be marked. It's simple as that. You got to drive the speed of the road when you can. But this one thing is the main thing that I see that leads people to a fail on their driving test, and what that is panicking over one mistake. They panic over one mistake, get in their head over it, and basically throw away the rest of the test. The car cuts out once, that's fine. You miss a gear, that's fine. You miss a signal, that's fine. But when you start to overthink the entire test, that's when everything falls apart. Most people don't fail because of one mistake, they fail because of what happens after it. So if you know you made a mistake on your driving test, that's alright, just take it on the chin, focus, and try not to make any more. The worst thing you can do is start counting up your mistakes or what you think have been marked as mistakes in your head, because again, you're just going to throw away the test by doing that. All you can do is give it your best shot. But if you want to stand out to your tester, here's what you want to do. Narrate in your head and help yourself out as best you can. like mirror, signal, position. Talk yourself through the things that you have to do when you're leading up to a junction or a turn, etc. Practice actual test routes. This is such a big one. Get familiar with the area that you're going to be doing your test in so you have the least amount of surprises as possible on that test day. And last but not least, check your car before your test, please. Make sure all your lights are working, make sure there's no warnings on your dashboard, make sure your tires are in good condition, make sure all your discs are in your window and are in date and are all valid. Give yourself the best chance of actually driving in the test and not being turned away before you even sit in the seat. Because remember, your test can technically be failed even though it's classed as a non-conducted before you even start driving. So if you can take away one thing from this video, please let it be this. You do not need to be perfect, you just need to show the tester that you are a safe and competent driver. And please, for the love of God, do not forget your insurance certificate for your test date, because that is the easiest fail in 2026. And if this video helped you at all feel a little bit more confident going into your driving test in 2026, please consider subscribing. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And every single subscription, of course, obviously helps towards that and is greatly appreciated. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.